Roadrunner Rundown on Bakersfield.com and the CSUB Roadrunners Digital Network.
Bakersfield punches their ticket to the NCAA tournament.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, California.
Driving Harrington for the win. Yes! CSUB Roadrunners are your Western Athletic Conference baseball champions.
Here's the voice of the runners, Corey Costello.
Welcome into Roadrunner Rundown, the official program, CSUB Roadrunner Athletics. Corey Costello with you once again. Thanks so much for joining us. Back after a couple weeks off. We appreciate that, but glad to be back in studio. Got a great show for you once again, as we're going to be talking a lot of stuff from academics to some championships coming up on the golf side of things. We'll be speaking with Megan Bunker, the head men's golf coach here at CSUB. She's going to join us at the bottom of the hour. Also talking academics in the next segment, Dina Freeman-Patton, our deputy athletics director, who oversees the academics portion, everything going on. Another great quarter for CSUB athletics in terms of the grades, and also the NCAA last week releasing their academic performance review and the APR scores in terms of graduation rates for student athletes, and CSUB have an eye showing there as well. So we'll speak with Dina coming up at the next segment of the program, and also final segment of the show today. Josiah Castro will join us from the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund as we wind down Runner April. We'll talk great promotion this week as well. You could actually win a gold card, which a gold card is, they're getting more and more, they're getting scarce, because what they do is they get you into an event for any event you want next year for free. Pretty cool. So we'll talk how you can win a gold card and talk about Runner April and the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, as well as they get their fundraising underway for the fund drive underway for the 2016-17 fiscal year. And we'll talk with them about that and where we're at in terms of donations and membership to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. So that's all coming up on today's program as well. So a good show coming and a lot of stuff to get to regarding highlights. Let's start with baseball. Runners in a critical series this past weekend against New Mexico State at Hart Field. Starting with Friday night, Isaiah Moten making his first career start, and it was a good one as Moten striking out one of his 4 Ks in the game. As bottom of the first, Moten gets some run support. Max Carter going to single down the line, and Dustin Fraley will score, and CSUB has their first lead of the series. Next batter up for Bakersfield, Sergio Robles, and he'll ground it off the pitcher's mound, over the pitcher's mound, and that will bring in a run as well. CSUB up 2-0 after 1. On to the second inning, and the Roadrunners threatening again. 2 on and 2 out for Malik Jones, and, well, Jones has been pretty good of late. Why stop now, right? Jones going to be able to put the single through the 6th hole, and 2 runs will score as they will bring in 2 here, and then they're going to throw behind Jones on the play and get him out at first, but both runs scored. You see the umpire count the run. Runners up 4-0 after 2. And New Mexico State get on the board in the 4th. Runners on 3rd. Pop up to the right side. Windy Knight takes a few twists and turns. David Metzger makes a grab, but a run scores, so the Aggies will end up with 2 in the inning. Bottom of the half of the 4th, Dustin Fraley at the plate, and he's going to line one to right field. That scores a run for CSUB, and then once again, for the Roadrunners, they're going to have Malik Jones at the plate. Good night for Jones, as he will single once again to the left side. That will bring in an RBI. CSUB up 6-2 at this point, and then Max Carter, a sacrifice fly going to the outfield, gives the Runners another run. They lead it 7-2. New Mexico State, though, they're coming back in this game. They make it a 2-run game in the 7th, threatening as they face Chance Guspeth, but he's going to get the ground ball to end the threat. He does the same in the 8th after giving up a run. The strikeout then to end the inning. 9th inning, Adam Coates on for the save. Tying run at first base doesn't matter. Coates freezes Joe Corper with a changeup. Runners win Friday 7-6. Coates records his first career save. So Moten his first career win. Coates his first career save for the Roadrunners. On to Saturday's game on the WAC Digital Network, and Max Carter up in the first. Runners in scoring position. That ball drops in, and Malik Jones scores. They're going to get David Metzger, though, here in a rundown, and he's retired, but CSUB up 1-0. Decent defense in the outfield all game. Drew Seelman going to dive and rob Daniel Johnson of a hit to keep a 1-run lead. That wouldn't matter how long, however, because after a CSUB error, 2-1 for Andrew Hansen, who's going to make a bit of a mistake. This ball not coming back. A 3-run shot gives the Aggies a 3-1 lead in the third. That ball had to register flight plans. It was hit so hard. Dan Hetzel, his 4th home run of the season. And to dead center, not too shabby there at Hartfield. Not many balls leave in that portion of the ballpark. More to come from New Mexico State in the 6th. Johnson not going to be robbed this time. The RBI down the line, and boy, can he run. Johnson, the leading run scorer, and in terms of stolen bases in the WAC, going to have a stand-up triple. Aggies lead it 4-1. Then Johnson would score on this RBI to make it 5-1 New Mexico State. Runners, though, they're going to get right back. They got one back in their half of the 6th as Max Carter records another RBI single as Malik Jones comes in to score for the Roadrunners. And then Chance Guspeth coming up in the 8th inning as well for CSUB with an opportunity to help things out. He's going to hit the sac fly to left field. So that's going to pull the Roadrunners within 1 as it is a 5-4 ball game, but that would be as close as it gets because Joe Galindo comes in. The guy's throwing 98 miles an hour. He gets Metzger looking, and New Mexico State evens the series on Saturday. But have no fear. Check it out. Their Sunday's score. The Roadrunners win the series 8-2 with a victory on Sunday. Chance Guspeth, 3 RBIs. He also came in and got the save for Bakersfield on the mound. So good weekend for the Runners. They take 2 of 3. New Mexico State did get the win on Saturday, as you see there, 5-4. Dan Hetzel with a home run. Max Carter had 2 RBIs, and the Runners took game 1 of the series 7-6. Malik Jones had 3 RBIs in that one as well. Here's what's coming up for the Runners. The games are still important because they're still fighting for a spot in the Western Athletic Conference tournament, and they're going to play a non-conference game today at 6 o'clock against Loyola Marymount on the road. Then they'll be at Utah Valley this weekend, coming up 6 o'clock on Friday and Saturday and Sunday at noon. All those times are Mountain, so very important for the Runners as they're still just outside of the top 6 for a Western Athletic Conference tournament spot a couple weeks ago in that. Runners softball, they were at New Mexico State this past weekend and playing the Aggies tough, 2 out of 3. This one lightning delayed on Friday night, but New Mexico State able to hold on with a 6-5 win. Chris Hepa with 3 hits and 4 RBIs in the loss. Then on Saturday, first game, mostly Aggies in that one. They're going to get the first game of the doubleheader in 12-1 fashion in just 5 innings after the WAC mercy rule. Runners bounce back, though, in the second game. Much closer, still unable to get the victory. They fall 4-2. Kalen Burt with a pair of hits and an RBI for the Roadrunners. Here's what's coming up for the CSUB softball squad. They're going to be hosting Grand Canyon this weekend. Final time to see them at home this season. It'll be Friday at 2 o'clock for the single game. Saturday, our doubleheader starts at 1, and the second game of the doubleheader, 3:30-ish, right around there. It depends. It's about 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first game. Beach volleyball, they were on the road concluding their regular season with a nice 3-2 win at Cal Poly over the weekend, avenging an earlier season loss to the Mustangs. The 1, 2, and 3 teams all winning in the first flight, so CSUB pretty much had it up 3-0 at that point, and they clinched the duel and the victory. So the Roadrunners with a nice win over Cal Poly. They will now head to the Big West Championships. That'll be in Huntington Beach this weekend, their first ever conference tournament as an affiliate member of the Big West. So they will play that this weekend in Huntington Beach. And then a couple of teams, if they can make something happen, they might head to the NCAA Beach Volleyball Championships in a couple weeks in Gulf Shores, Alabama. When I think beach volleyball, I think Alabama. On to water polo. CSUB concluding their regular season as well, losing 3-2 at number 6 Cal on Saturday. Nicola Barrett and Jada Helberg with the goals for CSUB. So the Roadrunners losing the regular season finale, but they get to come home for the MPSF tournament. It'll be hosted here in Bakersfield this weekend at the Hillman Aquatic Center, and Runners will take on the second-seeded UCLA Bruins Friday at 11 a.m. All the games, they're going to have 3 games a day, and it's a double elimination style tournament with they play for place as well on Sunday. So all the games at the Hillman Aquatic Center, 11 a.m., 12:45, and 2:30, all 3 days of the tournament. So you get an opportunity to come on out. Some of the best women's water polo players in the world will be in town. We're talking Olympians from different countries, Team USA as well, all in Bakersfield. So come out and check it out at the Hillman Aquatic Center this weekend. And details on our website at GoRunners.com. There's a big, giant MPSF tournament banner. Click on that, go to Tournament Central. You can find out information about game times, video coverage, and also ticket information as well for that event. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll have coverage on the Roadrunner Sports Network as well, but going to be a very good showing on the weekend for water polo here in Bakersfield. So make sure you join us for that at the Hillman Aquatic Center. All right, we're going to step away and take a break. When we come back, let's get to some academics, shall we? The Roadrunners having a very nice winter quarter. We're going to talk about that, and the NCAA released their APR last week, and the Runners doing very well in terms of graduating student athletes. We'll talk with Deputy AD Dina Freeman-Patton about that when we come back. Megan Bunker, bottom of the hour, Josiah Castro, rounding out the show as we talk scholarship fund. Back with more. This is Roadrunner Rundown.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, what's up, big man?
I want to go faster.
Pedal harder.
Talking about our internet.
Okay, no problem.
I'm serious, dude.
Hey, I'm serious too. We just increased your current internet speeds for free. Your Lightning internet just got faster.
For free?
You know it.
What about me, Jim? I have Bright House.
Yours too.
That's what I'm talking about.
And me?
You have Bright House?
No.
Sorry to hear that. But have your parents call me.
Okay.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for the CSUB barbecue. The CSUB Athletics Department is firing up the grill on Thursday, May 12th from 5:30 to 9 in the Accardo Center. Don't miss a night filled with great food, great music, and great fun. Gather up your friends and family for a great time and get your tickets today at select Vons and Albertsons locations and all Mexicali and Lengthwise locations, or get tickets online at ValleyTix. The 44th Annual CSUB Barbecue, Thursday, May 12th in the Accardo Center. We'll see you there.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to learning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
In a fertile valley, a growing university with record enrollment and graduates serving the needs of a thriving community. A tradition of athletic excellence.
Basil, off a screen. Basil, 2 seconds. Basil for the win!
Now, champions of the Western Athletic Conference, CSU, Bakersfield.
You know, I was the Metro columnist in the Bakersfield Californian for 10 years, and one of the recurring themes in my writing was sort of the self-analysis of Bakersfield. Who are we? Who are these people? Where do they come from? What kind of people are they? My interest in the Bakersfield sound is kind of connected to that because we are those people. We are the people who created that music. We are the people who enjoyed that music, who bought those records. Because it spoke to us in a certain way, it sort of reflected who we are. Read this book and kind of, you get a feel for, who we are.
The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund creates educational opportunities for over 300 student athletes at CSUB. By becoming a member and donating to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, you're not only helping the Roadrunners fund the scholarship needs of our teams, you're investing in the future. The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund isn't just developing student athletes. We're developing tomorrow's leaders from lessons learned during competition. For more information, log on to gorunners.com/donate and become a member of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund.
And welcome back to Roadrunner Rundown. Still to come on the program, we're going to talk Western Athletic Conference Golf Championships. Megan Bunker getting ready to send the men's team to the Golf Championships. We'll chat with her about their chances. Also, Josiah Castro will join us as Runner April comes to an end. But we're giving away a gold card this week, which is pretty cool. And it is an opportunity to get into any event you want next year for free. So we'll talk with him about that and how you can help the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund as well, because we're creating student athletes, and some pretty darn smart ones as well. Dina Freeman-Patton, our Deputy AD, joining us on the program And I know you're still happy about this. You're still smiling about the winter academic highlights. And welcome back to the show. How you been?
Thank you. I'm good.
Well, let's get to. I want to talk about the GPA stuff first, because every quarter I know we had this bar we wanted to hit a 3.0, and we got there in the fall quarter. It was really cool to get to that cumulative 3.0.
Right.
But you were able to raise it. You and your staff and the student athletes set a new standard.
They didn't settle. Our student athletes, we didn't hit the mark and say, okay, we're good. We hit the 3.0. We're done. We just keep getting better every quarter. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, cumulative GPA now 3.06, and that's basically the GPA everybody active in the department. Winter term GPA was also 3.04. So, I mean, that's big, too, to have everybody's grades in the winter, coming up to a 3.0.
Yeah, especially with the winter being our busiest season.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our teams are in season at that point. They're either finishing, starting, beginning. Almost every sport has some type of competition during the winter term, and it's a lot of traveling, a lot of competitions, and for them to be able to keep up the standard during the toughest quarter of the year is impressive.
Well, and it seems like they're into obviously coaches can say you need to go to class, you need to study, but there's a lot of involvement and a lot of sort of input from your department as well when it comes to the academic advising, tutoring, and all that stuff. I mean, it is more of a game plan, I guess you can say, than just go to class and do your homework. I mean, there's tutoring sessions, there's study halls. I mean, there's a lot of, but it seems like that program has finally been ingrained into the just everyday life of the student athletes.
Correct. Last year, we kind of implemented the comprehensive program, the Runner Excellence program, which is a part of the Kegley Center for Student Success. And we have different components and a lot of staff that put many of hours into helping our student athletes and supporting our student athletes. We have academic advisors that actually meet on a regular basis with our student athletes and work in conjunction with advisors on campus. We work very closely with folks on campus as well. We have a tutoring program that's run by Melissa Bowen, our tutor coordinator. We have a life skills program. I mean, even those things that you don't think of as academic play into the success of academics, because if your student athlete has a good well-being, is mentally prepared, is healthy, is striving for something more after college, then they're going to do better in the classroom.
Yeah.
So all of those components put together make the program, and I think we're running now. We got the ship going, and I think we're on the right track.
It seems like, too, that the folks sort of involved in the academic advising and the tutoring, it's like they almost take on another role, like as a coach as well, because they're encouraging people to get stuff done, but they're also sometimes being very, very creative and vocal about making sure people get stuff done, like a coach would.
Yes, and some schools, they call them academic coaches because it's a little different than your typical academic advisor that's on a college campus. We actually are probably more a part of these kids' lives than a lot of folks. We probably see them as often, or if not more often, than some of their coaches.
Yeah.
We know what their passion is. We know what they want to do, or we're helping them figure out what they want to do.
Right.
When they're moving forward, and we're encouraging them, we're cheering on, but we're also kicking them in the butt sometimes.
Right.
But it's all the student athletes. I mean, they have bought into the culture and the system, and they want to succeed. They just needed somebody to show them how.
Yeah. I had a great story this year. I'm going to unnamed basketball player turned in a paper to academic tutor to check on it. It was supposed to be a 5-page paper. It was literally like, the font was like 20-point font, and it was like triple spaced. And she said, this isn't going to work. He said, it's supposed to be 5 pages. He said, this is not going to work. And so, like, to have maybe that one level as well for somebody who's, checking stuff and helping out is probably good too, because if not, he would have turned that into a professor.
No, it's good. And sometimes you just need help with structure and time management.
Yeah.
Our student athletes have so much on their plate that it's somebody just checking up on them and as a reminder, okay,
Sure.
you have a test next week. Did you start studying for that? Do you need a tutor? And it's not just our students who struggle some, but it's also our student athletes who do well that have those high-level courses and that are trying to balance those majors. And because our majors, we have a lot of business majors, we have some engineering majors, we have some science majors, and so it's a balancing act, and sometimes they just need some support in trying to figure that out.
A couple of things that I want to bring up. 120 student athletes this past quarter earned the Dean's List. And then a all-time high of 162 student athletes have a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or above. So it's not just one quarter. It seems like now the entire body of work for the student athletes is getting up there. Correct.
And as teams, 70% of our teams as a whole have a team GPA of a 3.0 or above. And so and then the ones who are very close, I think we have a team that's at a 2.99.
Yeah.
0.9.
Right, right.
So they're right there on the cusp, and our student athletes want to do well, and they are. They're up to the challenge.
It seems like they are. It has been a challenge a little bit to them because it seems we do things. We give out rowdies for the best team GPA. We give out a rowdy as well for the best academic performance, which for us is kind of like an academic All-American award, where you're good in competition, where you're better in the classroom. And so it seems like the teams, you probably see it more than I do, but they're kind of at each other a little bit about how they did in class.
Oh, they're competitive in the classroom as well.
Yeah.
They're very competitive. The coaches and the student athletes. I have coaches at the end of the quarter saying, "Where was I? Am I the highest?" And,
No, that's awesome. And by the way, just to give them props, the highest team GPA for the fall quarter, which was just the one quarter, was a women's soccer at a 3.39, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah. They had a 3.39, and then I think softball was right behind them.
Yeah.
And in the past, softball had the highest GPA, and then women's golf and soccer now they're very competitive.
Right.
So they're so close, and they want to know that they've, squeaked it out.
Right.
And we haven't announced who the overall.
Right.
We'll announce that at the Rowdies.
The Rowdies.
Who has the highest team GPA for the year. We'll announce that at the Rowdies. But yes, they're very competitive. We've had a lot of teams to have their personal bests. Teams.
Right.
We had some teams. Wrestling has their highest GPA ever. Baseball has their highest cumulative GPA ever. Water polo has their highest cumulative GPA ever. So we've got some teams. Men's basketball has their highest.
Right.
We've got some teams that are doing. Are getting there and improving, and they're being competitive about it.
Yeah, when we actually started doing those awards, like in 2011 and 12, it was there was like one team that was in the mix. Now there's a bunch of teams in the hunt for these awards, which is a great testament to how the academics have turned around. I wanted to talk of the APR stuff real quick. The NCAA released their data last week, and all CSUB teams are above the mandated 930 multi-year graduation rate. 6 teams at CSUB had a perfect 1,000 score for the 2015 data. Men's, women's golf, wrestling, volleyball, beach volleyball, and water polo. Also, baseball had their 965 multi-year APR, the highest ever for that program since they started in 2009. So I know APR is always kind of that dark sort of cloud looming over academics, and because you got to worry about when people transfer and come in and out. But to kind of do you feel like there's a little breathing room now that teams are where they need to be?
There's a little breathing room. We're still working. I think we're at a good place. We don't have any teams in danger, but we want to. I'm never satisfied, I guess. I think we need cushion still.
Yeah.
And I think this year, by the end of the year, we're going to have that.
Right.
All our teams are doing really well. And going into next year, I expect that we'll have similar high scores in APR for the following year.
And it's a multi-year rate, so if you had one bad year, that goes off the books after a few years, so that'll get out of your score. Men's basketball also had a 965, their highest multi-year rate in program history, which is cool. And 12 other teams posted a multi-year rate above a 950. So not only are they coming to CSUB, are they being successful in competition via championships, but they're also getting it done, and on top of that, they're graduating, which is pretty cool.
We have our highest graduation success rate ever as well in our history at CSUB.
Right.
So I'm excited about that. We've got We're looking forward to our graduating class for this year.
Yeah.
We've got several folks. We've got student athletes now that are graduating early.
Early, yeah. I've noticed that.
You know, and they're able to start a master's program or start another degree program or certificate because they're finishing early.
Right.
They're actually able to use summer school and things like that to get some extra courses in and graduate early and get as much out of this experience as possible before they move on.
I've noticed that too. I've noticed a lot more are done early because I'm sitting in, as I finish my master's, I'm sitting in class and they're student athletes that are still playing, and because they're ahead of the game, which I guess is a testament to the program actually working because they're getting stuff knocked out, they're getting it done in a timely manner, and then they've got a little more time to focus on their continued education.
Yep.
So that's definitely a great steps to be taking. So GPA is in a good spot. APR is in a good spot. Have you been told what you have to get the GPA up to next quarter?
No, I haven't been
I know
told.
Ziggy always likes to
Ziggy
raise the
lets
bar.
me, he hasn't given me a number.
Right.
As long as we stay at 3.0, he's happy, but I know we'll continue to improve.
Yeah, I think we got a shot at 3.1. What do you think? How about I put that out there?
You're going to put that out
I
there?
expect that there's which means absolutely nothing. But I think we can do it. There you go. I think we can do it.
Okay.
We'll come back in the fall on this show and we'll recap it.
All
And
right,
we'll
all
say we
right.
made it 3.1. All right, Dina. Thank you. And by the way, you had the wings, another wings breakfast this morning, another event. I wanted to touch on that real quick. The inspiring the next generation of girls in sports. And how was that? How was that event?
It was great. We had a lot of folks from the community and from the university there. It was sort of a mentoring event where we did kind of circle round tables where you choose your area of interest. So we put them in clusters. So whether it's engineering or communications or human resources or business, healthcare, and we had mentors from those areas to talk to those student athletes on how did they get to where they are? What type of obstacles did they have to overcome? What things did they have to do? And it was good. It was our, I think, 4th event of the year.
I think so, yeah.
And it's been going really well. Our student athletes are getting a lot out of it, including the mentors. I mean, I'm getting something out of it, just talking to these young ladies and figuring out what their passion is and what they want to do.
They seem to be getting bigger because you guys get a bigger venue every time. Like you started at the multi-purpose room of the student housing, and then you moved to the Icardo room, and now you're in the Icardo Center. I mean, at least they're getting bigger. You need more space.
Yes, we do. And we actually, it's geared towards our female student athletes, but it's open to everybody. Open to all of our student athletes, and we actually had one of our men's teams coaches to say, "Can I get that for our guys? Can I have that program for?" I said, "Sure, you're welcome to come."
Sure, awesome. I love it. Well, great stuff, and congrats to you and your staff on another great quarter academically. And like I said, we're looking for big numbers in the spring.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. My staff has been great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And so we're going to continue to work hard for our student athletes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dina.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to step away. When we come back, Megan Bucker is going to join us. We're going to talk some Western Athletic Conference Men's Golf Championships coming up this next weekend. We'll talk with her about that and more. This is Roadrunner Rundown.
It's a look, a style, a way of life. Wherever you go, everything about it says luxury. And from the moment you sit behind the wheel, you'll just know and never look back. At Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, you can now lease a 2016 C-Class sedan for only $399 per month. So wherever the road of life may take you, make sure it's in a Mercedes-Benz. Test drive one today at Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield and the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for the CSUB barbecue. The CSUB Athletics Department is firing up the grill on Thursday, May 12th from 5:30 to 9 in the Accardo Center. Don't miss a night filled with great food, great music, and great fun. Gather up your friends and family for a great time and get your tickets today at select Vons and Albertsons locations and all Mexicali and lengthwise locations, or get tickets online at ValleyTix. The 44th Annual CSUB Barbecue, Thursday, May 12th in the Accardo Center. We'll see you there.
You know, I was the Metro columnist in the Bakersfield Californian for 10 years, and one of the recurring themes in my writing was sort of the self-analysis of Bakersfield. Who are we? Who are these people? Where do they come from? What kind of people are they? My interest in the Bakersfield sound is kind of connected to that because we are those people. We are the people who created that music. We are the people who enjoyed that music, who bought those records. Because it spoke to us in a certain way, it sort of reflected who we are. Read this book and kind of, you get a feel for, who we are.
Introducing TBC Mobile from the Bakersfield Californian. The most complete news, sports, weather, video, opinion, and lifestyle coverage in Bakersfield and Kern County. It's the easiest way to stay up to date on all things local while on the go. Read it on your smartphone or tablet. Download now by searching Bakersfield Californian in the Apple, Google, and Amazon app stores.
The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund creates educational opportunities for over 300 student athletes at CSUB. By becoming a member and donating to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, you're not only helping the Roadrunners fund the scholarship needs of our teams, you're investing in the future. The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund isn't just developing student athletes, we're developing tomorrow's leaders from lessons learned during competition. For more information, log on to gorunners.com/donate and become a member of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund.
Welcome back to Roadrunner Rundown. My thanks to Dina Freeman-Patton joining us in the last segment. And we still to come, Josiah Castro will join us. We'll talk Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. And joining us now on the program as they get ready for the Western Athletic Conference Championship starting on Saturday at the and I just had it and I forgot it because it's a strange name. Semiahmoo Resort in Blaine, Washington. Megan Bunker, head men's golf coach. Good to see you. How you been?
Dude, doing good.
Well, a good opportunity for your squad coming up. It seems like this is going to be an interesting tournament because you're almost in Canada. We were looking at the map before we went on the air. Blaine, Washington is probably a stone's throw away from Canada. So weather could be interesting, to say the least, up there.
It seems like it's changing every day I look at the weather forecast, so
and
who
actually,
knows what to expect.
This Semiahmoo Resort is almost on an island. It's on like a peninsula in the middle of the ocean. So this could get very interesting in terms of playing conditions.
Yes.
Well, you guys are used to you get some wind down here and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, El Nino season. We've seen our share of rain a little bit this season, so we're expecting it, and we're expecting the worst and hoping for the best, I guess.
Absolutely. Now, you guys come in. What will be some of the strengths for your squad going into the conference tournament? Who you kind of expect to have solid rounds? I know a lot of it depends.
I expect all of them to have solid rounds. You know, we've trained all season for it, and I feel like every single one of them has had an A game tournament where they played really good, and it seems like maybe you might get 1, 2, 3 that play excellent in a round, and then you got your 4 and 5 that kind of like didn't finish up as great as they wanted to. So what I'm looking for in this tournament really is just all of us to play our best games all at the same time, all in the same tournament.
Yeah.
And if we do that, I think we can do something really good here.
And you guys had your last tournament at the UCSB Invite. You had, your Tuesday scores, which was the final day, all 4 scoring. Posted cards of 70s.
And our third round really, we were very disappointed in it because we knew we had so much more potential in us. Our first round at Santa Barbara, we were 5 under par as a team, I believe, going after 9 holes. So we're in the top of the leaderboard, first, second place, and they're going, whoa, look at this. And then they kind of get in their heads a little bit and tanked a little bit, not too much. We still had a good second round, and then third round, we weren't able to recover from it. But, we have good scores still, but all of them can shoot even par, even high 60s. They do it in practice all the time. Every once in a while, like Teo and Nathan, they've shot 68, 69 in tournaments.
Yeah.
So to get them all doing that at the same time in the same tournament, we have a good chance of doing something, even coming home with a championship ring,
For sure.
So it's our conference. I mean, not to take away from the teams that have been doing really well this year, but we're all within maybe 10 to 12 strokes within each other on average. So it could be anybody's tournament. Especially with the weather, whoever can play good in that weather and finish it out strong, that's going to be the champion of it.
And it's a neutral course. I mean, this is up in it's up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
In a fisherman's village. So I mean,
Yeah.
this is it's neutral ground for everybody.
It is. What we've decided as a team or as a conference, last year we were in Arizona, and a lot of the coaches thought, hey, Grand Canyon's close there, and they practice there.
Yeah.
So we had a conference call when we got back and said, hey, from now on, we're going to do what the NCAA does. Whatever course we're going to play at for conference, none of our teams can play there a year in advance or even practice there. So even though it's up by Seattle a little bit for Seattle U, they haven't been able to go to the course for a year's time.
Wow.
So make it fair for everybody.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds interesting, and it'll be a interesting tournament because, like you said, you had a few coming in recently that played really good rounds, and there's definitely a lot of potential out there for your squad. What and I know we talked about this the other day, you and I did, but I know it's hard a lot of these days in these tournaments. You're playing 36 holes a day, which to me seems unreal. I mean,
It's a long day.
Sometimes affect the scoring, especially because
it can. It depends on the player. Some of them, like if they don't do as well the first round, that gears them up for the second round.
Right.
Whereas some other, they kind of get tired in the second round. But the thing about our conference is it's 18 each day.
Yeah.
So you have all just the 18 holes of 4 hours to do well, and then come back the next day after you've rested a little bit and start over again instead of trying to recover from the 18 before. So that's what's nice about this tournament.
Nice, Megan Bucker joining us here on Roadrunner Rundown. What this is what year number 2 now for you? So
year and a half. I started last March, so year and a half, I guess.
Yeah. It seems like the programs. I know you and Megan Thomason, who's director of golf and working with the women's squad, have kind of got this whole thing sort of going in the right direction.
We're getting there. I mean, for my first year, I've learned a lot this season, and Megan's been a big help for me coming in and learning from her and learning about everything in the program that hasn't been what I had when I was in the program.
Right.
But together we're a great team, and we're getting the program to where it needs to be, and we're really excited about the program's future.
What's the response been for the community? I know you've had some events and some fundraisers and
We
things
have.
like that.
We've done really good with fundraising. It's just trying to get our name out there. A lot of people don't realize that we're a self-funded sport. They say, oh, yeah, we donated to this fund or whatever.
Right.
And unless they have golf on it, we don't see it.
Right.
So it's just getting people to know about our program, know about our kids, getting our kids out there. I've tried to do community service a lot this year with my kids, so they get to know people out there, have people get to know them, get to know our team. So it's just getting out there. But we've had a good time. We've got a lot of ideas coming the next year to try to get some fundraising opportunities. A lot of great supporters and donors that we already have that have been great to us this last year and coming years. So it's getting to where we want it to be, and we're excited for it.
And you've also, I know, been recruiting well as recently. I know you had the announcement Dominic Hoover from Salinas coming in. Talk about him a little bit and what
he's
what he
a great kid. I can't wait to see how he does. He's smaller than the team, which is fine, but he's so excited to play. He's got so much enthusiasm, and he's going to work his heart out. I've watched him play, and he can hit down the middle of that fairway and get on that green, and he's a terrific kid, and I can't wait to see what he does. And
it's an interesting team too, because your squad side isn't that big,
yeah.
And so you really need to make sure that everybody sort of just fits in, because this isn't a very big team.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places to hide.
Exactly, and he and Warren Miller's our other recruit. They've met the team on a couple occasions, and then we've had them down for baseball tournaments or basketball games, and just to get to know the kids a little bit. So I think we've got a great molding of a team coming together for this next 16-17 season.
Excellent. What do you, as we go into the conference tournament, team-wise, I know New Mexico State brought home that the team title last year. So I know you kind of said it was going to be close, but do you kind of expect them to be near the top again?
From watching the scores this season, UMKC is actually the top ranked right now, and then Seattle U. I think New Mexico lost maybe a senior or two. But UMKC's been playing really good this season. They're averaging 291, I think, for a round, whereas I think UMKC is probably 295. But then again, that's only a few above par. So it could be anybody's game. There's tournaments where I'm sure certain teams play better, but we're going to all find out here coming up soon.
Yeah, they say Semiahmoo has got consistently smooth, fast and true greens, and one of the Northwest canal and lakes. So there's water on all 18 holes.
They have 2 courses there, and the girls came back from playing the country club, and we're playing Loomis Trail. So it didn't help. The girls playing one course, so we can't get an advantage. Hey, how is this?
How is it? Yeah.
So. But from what I've heard, it's still a challenging course, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Water in all 18 holes and one of the highest slope ratings in the state.
Yeah.
So you have that to look forward to.
Yes, it'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think my guys will play really well.
You don't know how much water throws me off my game completely. It's like
you're not supposed to think that it's there.
The lake could be completely off to the right and not even be in play, and I find it somehow. I mean, it really is. It's unreal. That's why I don't play the game there much. I quit the game. So that's coming up April 30th through May 2nd. So what is that, Sunday through next Tuesday, correct?
Saturday through Monday.
Saturday through Monday. So should be looking forward to seeing how some of your guys do. You've had a lot of success here this season. So looking forward to that. And good luck up in Washington, almost Canada.
Almost Canada.
And hopefully we'll have some great stuff to talk about in the next week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Megan Bunker here on Roadrunner Rundown, and still to come on the show, Josiah Cash was going to join us. We'll talk Runner April because it's coming to an end, but the fundraising possibilities continue. We'll talk with him about that. When we come back, this is Roadrunner Rundown.
At Bright House Networks, we love being a part of our community. Hello, Bakersfield.
The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund creates educational opportunities for over 300 student athletes at CSUB. By becoming a member and donating to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, you're not only helping the Roadrunners fund the scholarship needs of our teams, you're investing in the future. The Roadrunner Scholarship Fund isn't just developing student athletes. We're developing tomorrow's leaders from lessons learned during competition. For more information, log on to gorunners.com/donate and become a member of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. Spring is here, and that means it's time for the CSUB Barbecue. The CSUB Athletics Department is firing up the grill on Thursday, May 12th from 5:30 to 9 in the Accardo Center. Don't miss a night filled with great food, great music, and great fun. Gather up your friends and family for a great time and get your tickets today at select Vons and Albertsons locations and all Mexicali and Lengthwise locations, or get tickets online at ValleyTix. The 44th Annual CSUB Barbecue, Thursday, May 12th in the Accardo Center. We'll see you there.
Introducing a new way to get the news. The Bakersfield Californian e-edition. It's not a website, it's the actual Bakersfield Californian right on your tablet computer, laptop, even your smartphone. All the news, features, pictures, and ads you're used to right at your fingertips. Now you can get the Californian on your schedule, anytime, anywhere, any place. Get your new Bakersfield Californian e-edition today. Visit eedition.bakersfield.com.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
We compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities
and believe that we can inspire others,
just as they have inspired us.
We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose.
We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.
In a fertile valley, a growing university with record enrollment and graduates serving the needs of a thriving community. A tradition of athletic excellence.
Basil, off a screen. Basil, 2 seconds. Basil for the win!
Now, champions of the Western Athletic Conference, CSU, Bakersfield.
Welcome back to Roadrunner Rundown. My thanks to Megan Bunker for joining us on the program, the head coach, CSUB Men's Golf. Roadrunners heading to the WAC Championships in Blaine, Washington. Look it up. I'm telling you, look it up online. Semi-Amu, Saeimahmo. This thing's like in a peninsula out in the middle of the ocean, up near Canada. So it should be an interesting tournament. We'll talk about it more next week on the program. We've got this is the last Tuesday in April, which means a couple of things. Number one, season 3 of this show is almost finished. Number 2, Runner April is almost completed. And Josiah Castro joining us here from the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. How are you, sir?
Doing well. How are you, Corey?
Good. How's Runner April been treating you?
It's been well. It's been really well. You know, a lot of positive feedback. The different things that we talked about at the beginning of the month, I think a lot of people have kind of gravitated towards. Meme Monday has been very popular. So it's been a good thing. We're very close to going over what we did last year. We just need about $2,728 more by next Friday. And if we get there, we'll break last year's record, and that'll be the most that we've raised in 5 years in April.
Can I give you that in hundreds right now?
That'd be great. Yeah.
So we're getting close. And the whole purpose of Runner April was to, as we talked about previously, April's a bad month for donations because everybody's got to donate to the government. And so it was just kind of more of a awareness. Obviously, it's the launch of the fund drive, but also it would just kind of remind people that, hey, we're still here in the month of April.
Awareness and telling the story, getting the message out there. That way, as we lead into May and June, people know what they're giving to and understand the impact that it's having, which is what we try every year with it. And to break our fundraising totals for that month every year is a bonus too.
Absolutely. And we've got the contest continue. We've had some giveaways. We've given away first pitch opportunities, some new bobbleheads.
Yep.
And this one though right now is special, and it's also the biggest and best.
It's a gold card for next year. Get you into any game next year, basketball, baseball, wrestling, for free.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very coveted. People love their gold cards.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is either renew your commitment or donate before 12 o'clock or 12 midnight on Wednesday.
There you go. So a opportunity to earn to win the gold card and donate to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. Now we're kicking off. This is the fund drive kickoff, right? Have you guys already made your teams, or is that happening today?
We have teams, and we've been raising money.
Right.
It's been full steam ahead. That started off in March is really when we had the kickoff. Yeah. We have a lunch today where our teams are going to be meeting up and kind of discussing some of the strategies that we're going with. Our board is very energized. They're coming up with new ideas just to get new donors. One of the big things is on May 3rd, we're having a rooftop event with the Rodriguez and Associates on top of their building in downtown. $100 a ticket is a donation to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. It's your membership to the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund. So we're very excited about that, and our board is really pushing that as their key event to bring in new donors.
Yeah, and May 3rd is also Give Big Kern, which is a local initiative here in Kern County to donate to any local nonprofit. We suggest you give to ours.
So the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, yes. And we are taking part of Give Big Kern. The university they set aside 4 initiatives, and we got lucky, and the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund was one of the initiatives they wanted to highlight.
So, you can go to our website. You can go to our website at any point and get more information on the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, get Josiah's information and get a hold of him. But especially on May 3rd, we'll have the ability to where you won't be able to miss it. It'll be on the website, and you can click and just donate online, too.
Yes, it'll be on the website. More social media posts, even though we're out of April. We're going to be doing social media posts. There's events throughout the town for all the nonprofits highlighting the Give Big Kern. So we're going to try to do our part that day also.
Awesome. I know the fund drive just kind of got going, as you pointed out, but what's the response been like, I guess, right out of the gate? Obviously coming off a great season with men's basketball, making the tournament, and Coach Barnes has been around town, and I think he's taking picture with half the city and the trophy. So how is that? Has that equated into a little more excitement and buzz to the first month or so of the fund drive?
I would say so. You know, we sent out our first renewal letter right after the NCAA tournament, and a lot of our donors have been coming back, joining the 110% club.
Right.
I think we've had more people join the 110% club in this first renewal than we did last year. So I think people are excited. They're seeing their investment in action. Not just in the competition, but you just had Dina on, where the most important part, the school.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's not like it's obviously good to see the return on investment with anything, and the championships help. But it's really good that when things come out like APR that shows that all of our teams are graduating above the mandated numbers of the NCAA and clearly above that. And then not only are they graduating, but they're on the dean's list, and there's over half of them have a 3.0 at least. And that's the kind of stuff that if you're somebody who's donating, you're seeing that. Obviously, you're seeing the scholarship portion come to light because they're getting it done, they're graduating, and they're getting good grades in the classroom.
Scholarship brings in better students.
Right.
I mean, if you can offer a student the opportunity to come to school, you can get a better student. That's the difference between us and our competitors. What can we offer when it comes to scholarship? And we want those bright kids that are going to make an impact in Kern County. They're staying in Kern County once they come here. So that's something that we really believe in when it comes to the investment. It's not just winning championships and the APR. It's also when they graduate, are they impacting the community? And they really are. So that's something that we're proud of.
We've also kind of showcased a little bit on the Runner April, the Throwback Thursday, where we've gone and talked to some of the alums that were alumni of the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund, benefactors, and are now in their professional lives. And that's been kind of cool because a couple of them are local.
Yeah. No, that's what's been great is hearing their stories too. We don't want to ever forget about our alumni.
Mm-hmm.
They built the foundation for us to be having the success that we have now. And the stories that we get are amazing. We have people all over the country doing really big things for, whether it be for LA or Bakersfield or up in Sacramento. We have alumni all over that are doing really good things for the community and highlighting CSUB.
Yeah, we featured Bo Redstone, who played basketball here and is now a teacher, and Johnny Montoya, who played baseball here. He works for Toyota Scion. He comes back all the time just to watch games and hang out with the team, but we see him around a bit. And Mike Mendoza, who's our wrestling coach now, but don't forget, he was a student athlete here. So it was kind of cool to see the way that they sort of credited the Roadrunner Scholarship Fund for helping them out in life, not just in college.
I agree, yeah. No, it's great. It's the impact that we want to have.
Right.
And we've been showing what impact it has on the kids now, but I think we have to also show that this isn't just an investment for 1 year. This is an investment for a lifetime, and you're impacting more than just one kid.
Mm-hmm.
You're impacting hundreds through a lifetime.
No, it's been fun to see. It's been fun to really, and each year as the great part is, and I know it's as stressful as can be for you, but each year and we just talked about this with Dina, Ziggy likes to say, okay, cool, you got a 3.0. How about a 3.1? So, like, every year I know you guys get to a new number in the scholarship fund. He goes, okay, cool, that's awesome. How about we get here? And so when you get to that, but the good news is when you get to the next level, that's more money and more funding and more scholarships for every team to help them make them more successful and more competitive. And then you really see that. And that's what I think over the last 5 years that I've witnessed, is seeing that dollar amount go up, but also seeing more teams getting more athletes and being more successful.
That's exactly how it comes out. I mean, the more scholarships that we can offer, the better student athlete we can get. And we're getting there. It really is growing. We offer about half the scholarships that we could. Mm-hmm. We want to get to fully funded. That way we're truly competitive in all of our sports, not just a few of our sports.
Right.
And to get there, it's $4 million. So, yeah, we have to keep increasing it. But I relate it to our teams. All of our teams every year, they have a goal, and when they reach it, they set a higher goal.
Right.
So we're the exact same way, whether it be for the academic side or raising money scholarship side. You could Learfield's the same way. I mean, really the only people here that don't try to up it any is you. I mean,
I was just gonna say I am a status quo all the way, just enough.
That's not true. That's not true. You do a lot more every year, so it's great.
You always have to have the mentality is how can I make it better? How can I? That was cool. I'm glad I did it, and it feels good when you do it in the moment. But then you're like, okay, how can I make it a little bit cooler the next time around, a little bit better? So yeah, I think we'll definitely have a lot of that going on in the program. So Runner April is coming to a close. Need a couple more thousand to beat last year's record. I think we'll get there, and folks can get the gold card by renewing, joining, that kind of stuff. And we've got the details are up on our social media. Don't forget May 3rd. We've got a couple different things going on. The rooftop mixer, right, at Rodriguez and Associates.
Yep.
Folks can contact Josiah for information on that, or you can also give on May 3rd to Give Big Kern. We'll have details and a link to our website. People can do that as well. Anything else I forgot?
No, that's it. We appreciate all of our supporters and look forward to bringing in some new people.
And then, when Runner April ends, we get into Money May. Right? Is it Money May? I don't know. I just make that up.
I think it's just renewing people. Getting people out there.
It's like one of those unofficial official campaigns. It's like Money May.
Money May is what you're calling it?
That's when we put the money team out on with no the money team, which isn't Floyd Mayweather's money team. Our money team goes out and
I'm pitching it to Ziggy this afternoon. I'm telling him, and we're gonna get you on board.
But you're gonna be careful because Floyd Mayweather might sue us for stealing the money team moniker.
Then let's stay away from it.
All right. Hey, Josiah, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck with the rest of Runner April, and we'll talk to you again soon when you hit a new record.
Sounds great. Thank you, Corey.
All right. That'll do it for us, folks. Catch a show anytime online at GoRunners.com. We're also on demand, Bakersfield On Demand on Bright House Network, so you can get past editions of the program. I'm very popular in the very early morning hours when nobody can sleep. That's just the way it works. So we're there for you to put you to sleep in late nights if you got nothing to watch. Bakersfield On Demand, we're there. Roadrunner Rundown, again, on demand at GoRunners.com. Next week on the program, either next week or the week after, we got our Rowdies nominees coming up. We just got them finalized, so we'll get those rolled out here in the next couple weeks as well. And, of course, recaps next week, baseball, men's golf championship, previewing softball's championships as well next week on the program. So a lot of stuff to get to. Make sure you catch us next time. We'll see you then. This has been Roadrunner Rundown.